Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today it's time to finally start my interior improvement project. So if you saw my previous video talking about my future plans for the car, then you may have heard me talk about wanting to sort of fix up the interior a bit. So I do have a few pieces that I'm trying to find, a few OEM bits that'll sort of clean everything up, but one of the main things I wanted to do was do a bit of Suede and Alcantara into the interior. So that's what I'll be doing today. I'm actually going to be doing all the pillars. You can see I've got that one at the front there already popped out. Already taken this one out, so it'll be the two middle ones and the two at the back as well, because as you can see I've already done a full blackout sort of interior, but I want to actually make it into Suede. So I've picked up a kit that I'm going to try to use myself. So here's the pillar I've already taken out. So yeah, I've got myself some brushes and a roller, and I picked up this, it's called a dash flocking kit. So I've got 4 bags of these Suede flakes basically, and 2 bottles of glue, and this is how we actually apply it. So as you can see, mini flocker, simple spray on Suede applicator. So yeah, put a link to this kit that I bought in the description. I bought extra, so normally I think you get 1 or 2 bags of the Suede, which is enough to do a dash. I do want to do the dash in the future, but to start, going to be doing these pieces. So yeah, never used this before, but looks pretty easy. Basically pour into this one, put this lid on, and then you sort of shoot the Suede out of these holes. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna pull all these pieces out, put the glue on, and then see how it goes. So it's going to be over a couple of days, as it does take a couple of days for the glue to fully harden before you're going to have to worry about the Suede sort of falling off. But yeah, I'm going to get all these done. So yeah, I'll pull all the parts out of the car. I won't show you how to do that again because I just did a video on how to paint these black. So if you want to see how to remove the front and middle, the front and back pieces are easy. They just are clips and then one small little tab that you have to put at the side. The middle ones have a couple of bolts, but yeah, if you want to check out that video, I'll put a link in the description and you can see how those are removed. And then yeah, we're going to clean these up and see how we go. If I mess this up and make it worse, then I can always buy another set of these easily. So yeah, that said, I'm gonna get everything pulled out of the car and we'll start by cleaning it up. Alright, so I've got all the pieces out and it's going to give them a good clean up. So these are the 2 middle pieces, and these are kind of the higher wear areas. So this is just like a what they call it, the dash flocking kit, or Suede flocking, and it is kind of probably not the best on high wear areas. I know you can use it on dashes and everything, but you don't really touch your dash as often. So I'm hoping that these areas will last with the seatbelt sort of rubbing against them. Still have a few little areas here, but the fact that it's actually black underneath and then the glue itself that I'm using is black, it should be okay. So I really want these front and I guess the rear pieces to look the best. So yeah, going to clean them up. Like I said, it's got some CarPro Multi-X diluted 1 to 10. So just going to spray them down, give them a very good wipe with a clean microfiber towel, and then afterwards I'll go over with some CarPro eraser or any sort of isopropyl alcohol just to get any residue off before we put the glue down. So I'll do that now and I'll get back to you once these are fully clean and ready to go. Okay, so here we are, everything is clean. For some reason I thought that one of these little tables that I picked up would be enough, but yeah, looks like I'm doing the other half on a cardboard box. But basically I want to get everything prepped, so I'm going to do them. You get 15 minutes between the glue setting and applying the fibres. So what I figure is I'll do 3 pieces, so one side of the car and then the other side, and yeah, the reason why I wish I had bought 2 of these tables is because I'm not going to be able to swap them over and put the other pieces on this table to do them, as once you shake the fibres over, I don't want to be moving these and bumping them at all. I need to just not touch them for about 24 hours. So yeah, it's the best I can kind of do. So here's the glue. I've got 2 of these, so hopefully I don't need more than 1, because I do plan on doing some other parts of my interior with this kit. So before I do anything else, the instructions recommend me to set this up first, which yeah, seems like a smart idea. So once I have the glue on, I can just sort of start shaking it on. So yeah, I need to fill up the bottom half of that. I say about half full. So I'll get that set up, then I'll put a bit of glue into this and work out what's easier to use, roller or a brush. Probably roller and the brush to get in some of the tighter areas. And as for this one, obviously it's adjustable, so I'm just going to go, this is how it came out of the cards, this is how I use it with this piece all the way to the top. I'm just going to leave it like that, so if I ever do need to adjust this down, it's still going to be black, but it's not going to be suede, but I've left it like that the whole time, so it should be okay to do that. So yeah, I'm going to set this up like I said with the fibres, and just want to, I've wiped these down with some degreaser, I've hosed them off, and then I've wiped them down with some isopropyl alcohol spray. And before I go putting the glue on, I'm just going to let them dry for a little bit longer. But yeah, first I'll set this up and yeah, pour these in like I said. So let's see how we go. Trying not to spill them everywhere. So it's about half full, and we still have a fair bit left, so hopefully this amount that I just put in there is enough to do these 3 pieces. And then that means I'll have enough left to hopefully in that to do the other 3, and then I have 3 more bags of this suede. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to start getting my glue on, and wish me luck. Grab our roller. Alright, so I'm just going to go for it, see how we go. So, got our flopping kit. Alright guys, so here's actually attempt to, had a massive fail on the first one, but these are the second ones that I tried to do, and they've come out a lot better. Now this one I did by itself and didn't quite put enough glue on the backside, but may redo it. But yeah, it came out pretty well. These two I did after that, and these ones I did a much better job on. There's a few little spots where I disregard this section here because that's covered, but yeah, a few little spots I could do a bit better on. This back one is the best piece that I've done so far. So I don't want to move them too much, because you're meant to sort of let them sit for 24 hours or so before using like an air blower or something to blow off the excess. But I kind of want to do the other ones and let them start curing as well. So what I think I'm going to do is move these over to my boot, and then I'm going to try and do the first three that I actually did the first time again. What I've learned is you need to put a lot more glue than what I kind of thought. You need to just absolutely smear the glue on like crazy, and then straight away start putting the fibres on. So yeah, I'm going to just gently place these into the boot of my car without shaking them, and then I'm going to get the other, clean up this sort of mess. I can reuse these fibres that are on top of the table on the boxes. Obviously you can see the ground is a mess. Should have probably put a sheet down, but I just figured I'm just going to sweep it all up anyway. So I'm going to try again. Yeah, I've wasted a fair bit, but I'm going to give it another try, do the last three pieces and film that process. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so take two. Use the rest of this glue. And I'll maybe even get a bit more if I need to. So this time I'm going to absolutely load the glue on, way more than I did when I tried it the first time. So try and work a bit quicker. Alright, hopefully that's enough glue. Right, well, I've made an absolute mess. It's a bit to clean up, but still didn't quite get everywhere. I swear I smeared the glue as much as I could thick, but had a few spots that just didn't quite look like the suede was going onto. So what I did was I just scooped up a heap of the excess and I just basically poured it over the top. I didn't use this, I just basically, yeah, just poured it. So once it dries and I blow it off, like you can see a big glob there that I just sort of dropped onto where it looked like that was a bit missing. But yeah, once it dries in 24 hours, and I can probably just use the leaf blower and blow the excess off. We'll see how it turned out. Alright, so it is the next day. Have let these dry overnight. So you pull the first three that I had sitting in the boot of my car dry, out, and I've kind of mixed them up. So it's weird. So the two back ones, so I can show you on this one. These ones came out like almost perfect. There's no real obvious areas where I missed the sort of suede fibres. Middle ones I wasn't too worried about. There's kind of a high sort of damage area. They're gonna get a bit damaged, but as long as they were okay. But yeah, this back one as well, you can see came out really well. The two main ones I really wanted to be the best were the front ones, and they were what I've probably done the worst job on. And this one here is pretty good, but it's the side where I've missed a lot. And then some of these I still have sort of, I haven't blown them off with the leaf blower yet, but you can see this one's got a bunch of excess sitting on there that will blow off. But yeah, this one I've missed this section here obviously, and then down the very bottom I basically didn't get anything on there, so I can touch those up. I think I'm going to do that on this area here because I think that you'll see that a little bit. So I'm going to try and just put some more glue, and I did just start cleaning up a little bit. So this is literally just what was sitting on top of this table, so that's enough to do that, and then I still have another full bag. I don't want to use the other full bag, but I do want to get in some of these areas. So these need to dry another 24 hours at least before I could go putting them in the car, because obviously putting them in the car I'm going to be having my hands all over them. You know, a lot of sort of pressure getting put against them to have the clips go in, so I want to let them completely cure before I go touching them to that extent. So I'm not going to be driving this car for the next couple of days. I'm going to drive Letitia's to work for the next 2 days and have another day off where I can then reinstall these back in the car. Okay guys, so it's a couple of days since I filmed the last part of this video. I've let the interior fully cure, and I've reinstalled everything. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Like I said previously, these back ones came out the best. Now you can see here there's a little bit of mist. It's mainly the light that kind of makes it look worse. If I cover the light, you can kind of see it just looks suede, but the light actually shows where you've sort of been a bit light with the material. If I come over to this other side, this one is almost perfect. I do need to put a new clip in because it's sort of dropping a bit down. But yeah, this one came out really well. So it's completely cured. You can rub it. It's not going to all fall off, flake into your hands. So let's see how long it lasts. But yeah, happy with that. The middle ones, yeah, same thing. I kind of missed a few sections. But unless the light's on, like I said, you don't really tell. So yeah, just sitting in the car without this torch sort of shining onto it, just looks suede to my eyes. Yeah, this middle section is the same over here. Missed that little part up the very top, but they came out pretty good. I'm going to do something about these cream seatbelt brackets. I'm not sure what you call that, but yeah, I'm going to blacken those out somehow in the future. So the front ones are the ones that I was most wanting to get right. This passenger side one is pretty good, and unfortunately the driver's side, this is the one that came out the worst, which is the one that I will see the most, so I'm going to redo that. But yeah, I did try and sort of put an extra layer of glue after a day or so that had dried, and then put some more suede over the top. That doesn't really work. You can kind of see that it's an extra sort of clump on top of the original one. So yeah, the sort of top half as it goes down works well, but then the part that actually connects into the dash, you can see that it's kind of just like excess suede clumped up on top. So gonna pull those off, and well, probably just that front one, driver's side. I'm gonna pull it off and redo it. I won't do that on camera. I've tried to film it enough. Now I know what I'm doing a bit better, so I'll just breeze through it. But yeah, pretty happy with the job. I think it's well worth doing yourself. Definitely my advice would be to just practice on a piece first and let it cure, blow off the excess and see with a torch where you've missed the sections like I have here. But then you'll sort of learn that you really just need to smother the glue on and just put way more suede than you would have thought. but pretty easy job, well worth doing. So if you'd like to pick up the kit that I used, I will put a link in the video's description to where I bought mine on eBay. If you're interested in trying it out, definitely click that link. I do get a small bit of commission if you use any of my links in the video description to buy any parts off eBay, which does help the channel. I do use that money, not that it's much, a few dollars here and there, but I do save it up, and that's how I buy new microphones and accessories for my camera. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you looking to buy any parts. I do put links to almost everything that is on my car that I can find on eBay that I have bought, because I do get asked all the time about, you know, where do you get this part. So if you're looking at buying anything you see on my car, then definitely check those links. But yeah, with that said, that's going to be it for this video. I do have some more interior parts to install right after I finish editing this one. So yeah, there'll be a part 2. I'm going to call this the Evo 10 interior project or something like that. I'm going to try and really transform this car this year. So, or the interior of this car I should say. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of that, then definitely subscribe to the channel. And yeah, make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Any comments you have, just put them down below and I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, with all that said, it'll be the end of the video. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.